What happened out there is Markley's a she don't hit a soul.
and see what I need to put back together.
Soul. It fucking ran all night. I don't need it.
Hey, Jim.
All right. Oh, God.
Tell our guys what happened out there.
What happened out there is Markley's a she don't hit a soul. You tell him I said that. It'll be on camera and we got it. You know,
They don't need that. They don't need to see that.
how about that?
It was a pretty good heat. I was feeling pretty good about it, especially since Pete dropped out. I thought I had a good chance. I felt the transmission started slipping, and it was slipping pretty good there by the end. So that's kind of what took us out of the weekend. I don't have a spare transmission, and with the cradles and everything on these cars nowadays, it's not an easy transmission swap. It's pretty complicated, and I ain't got a spare. So that kind of ended our weekend. That sucks, but I'm still proud of the build and what we brought this weekend, and we'll get better for next time.
Well, I know there was some controversy on how it ended. Tell me how you feel about how that went.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their different opinions. I think some other people got a lot longer than I did. I thought mine was kind of on the short end of the stick, but that happens. No hard feelings. Everybody's allowed their own opinion. That's just mine.
We caught a little bit of your dad expressing some emotions, and I think that's natural, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Tell me, were you even aware that that was going on?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't aware, but he's passionate. I'm his kid, we're blood. You always stick up for that, and I'm sure he was a little wound up, but it's part of the sport.
How's he feeling today? Have you talked to him?
He feels pretty good. He feels pretty good. I mean, wish we had another spare transmission or something like that, but that's the way it goes.
So what's the next step for you guys after this weekend?
I'll go home, regroup, take the time to tear the car apart, put it back together, and on to the next one.
All right, man, so we're rolling.
Okay.
Obviously some stuff has changed.
Yes, sir. We was able to diagnose the problem with the transmission. We fixed that. We had a little bit of a power steering issue in the heat. That's what pretty much took us out. That was a big thing. We lost steering. So we fixed the power steering line. It's already fixed. We got our fix-it plates for the Constellation. We're welding them on the car right now. We're just doing a little prep work. We got the major stuff done. It's all downhill from now till it's time to get there on the track.
So was it a change of mind? Was it a change of situation that brought you guys back into it?
It was a change of situation that brought us back into it. That allowed us to get back in the game. We were able to fix the problem with the transmission, like I said. That was a big thing. And the power steering line, which cost us in the heat there, we was able to fix that too. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Awesome. So, where's everybody's head at now that it's back on?
It's good. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's chipping in, doing what they need to do, pulling their weight. I got a great group of guys here. Vito, Thomas Brown, Luke Myers, Jeff Neer, my dad. I got a great group of people that support me. My buddy Seth Young, he's getting ready to run up there next to the Legends class. So as soon as we get done here, we'll go up there and watch him and support him. So
that's awesome. How much work do you guys have left on the car now?
We probably got another about hours left, about hours more work. Minor stuff now. Like I said, the major issues we was able to take care of pretty quickly here in the Pistons. They're great people, great friends, so we was able to get that done. So here about another hour, we should be about wrapped up. So we got to change the rear tires and a little suspension work. We'll be ready to go.
How did you diagnose the issue? Because when we had spoke earlier, it's pretty wrapped and over.
Yeah. So we was back here, be honest, we was sitting right around the camper there, just going through what could it be, and issues we ran through the past, just brainstorming, and we thought of something, we unloaded the car, and sure enough, that's what it was. So, like I said, it's a group effort back here, family, friends. It takes a complete group, and luckily enough, I got a great people support.
Can you talk a little bit more about how important it is to have such a great crew and such a great supporting team behind you.
It is. Having a great crew or a great group of friends here with you and family, it's major. Especially we got a lot of stuff going on right now that people know what they're doing. Everybody can take different parts of the list and go do their part and then meet in the middle. You know, it takes a 5-hour job to a 2-hour job. So we got a great group behind me like I got, friends. It means a lot. It goes a long way.
Were you aware at all of the situation? JT told us earlier today that he was out for the weekend.
There's a lot of adrenaline dump when you don't do as well as you think that you should, and you know, you're exhausted going into these shows. So if something doesn't go your way, it's a mental hurdle, right? And those guys do what they do. They'll get over it. He's gonna come out in the consi today and we'll see what he's got. So going into any show, I mean, these guys are, you know, especially with the big three and how much hype there was going into it, there's emotion involved, right? There's you're invested. And with that type of investment, emotionally, mentally, physically, you know, if you don't win that heat, you've kind of put everything you had into it the last 6 months. So, you know, I think you just need to hit a reset button, little, you know, pick me up, pat on the back, and say, hey, man, go get it. You are the king. So you can win this thing through the consi. There is a shot. And, you know, they laced them back up, like I said, and they're going to be out here.
We stopped by JT's camp, and he's decided to come back.
Good. That's a good thing. I think we have a pretty good connection, and I think it'll work out good. Hopefully I don't have to draw him again, you know, but if we do, we do. That's Derby, and that's part of it, you know. If we draw again and we have to battle again, I won't make the same mistake twice, I promise you that.
So when we were talking to him and his crew, there was kind of like mixed emotions about, you know, the reasoning why he was thinking about getting out was, you know, just being really hard on himself about the whole situation, and then also, you know, kind of testing and figuring out what actually might have gone wrong and if it's maybe a simpler fix. And it was kind of a little bit of both. Can you speak on, you know, how hard it is, you know, emotionally and to stay in a positive mindset when something that bad happens, you know, when transmission fails or, you know, anything along those lines, and what kind of a mindset that puts you in? And yeah, kind of take it from there.
He's fine. He didn't have much to do. Hey, work's got to be done, you know.
Hey, Travis. Yeah, don't mind us.
Don't mind us.
Travis, they're trying to run the interview with me.
That don't matter. Keep making noise. That's fine.
Some of our crew members, you know.
Well,
We'll do better.
kind of hoping Brady and them come over here and took my spot. I'd be easier. It can be stressful. It really can. Changing the transmission in these cars is not an easy task. I think JT has he definitely has a larger crew than I got for help. It should be a lot easier for them boys to really get it done. I mean, if I had to, I would do it. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of no sleep, you know, and a ton of work. So it's definitely a stressful thing. But, you know, his performance last night I thought was top notch. I mean, he did what he could do, and you know, he had a little hiccup in the steering or whatever was going on, but everybody drives different. I'm a hammer. I like to run hard. Both them guys, they like to run a little less, but I mean, it seemed to pay off for them. I kind of goofed up, and I'm not mad at myself. You know, you learn from your mistakes and you move on. I mean, hopefully today I can move on.
Have you ever been in a situation where one thing goes wrong or maybe multiple things go wrong and, you know, you get kind of trapped in your head and get into a negative mindset and you're like, I'm going to give this up, or I don't know if I can move on?
Yeah, and, you know, that's funny when you say that. I struggled with that basically from 2016 to 2018. I couldn't go to a derby anywhere in the country without losing a transmission. It was like transmission, every derby, transmission. And I was to the end. I mean, I just kept pushing. And finally I found a good guy, a good quality guy, put me a transmission together. And 19, I went to Vegas and I cleaned house. And ever since then, my transmission problems have kind of went to the wayside. And it brought my positive back. You know, before I was so negative, I'd show up at the Derby just knowing the transmission ain't gonna make it. And I don't know why I'm wasting my time and wanting to give up, but I didn't give up. If it wasn't for the group of people behind me, I wouldn't be as good as I am, because that's truly, like, you look at these pits right here, and you look at these guys working on these cars. I mean, the drivers are there with them working, but that's what makes it possible. Because by yourself, there's no way you could do it by yourself. You couldn't endure the amount of endurance it takes, you know, and us Derby guys are really not. Some of us are, I'm not. You know, getting older and my body can't take them hours of no sleep, and I need my sleep, you know, I need my rest. Without that, I just ain't gonna perform. I'm gonna lay down, you know, but that's where the team comes into play.
Thought we had training problems, found out we were low. We got that pump back up, got her back out. See if we put it back together for round 2. That was a rough ass heat. There's no doubt about it. This consi's gonna be the same way. And we just do what we do. Stay passionate. See if we can keep her running, dog.
Can you tell me a little bit about that heat last night?
Yeah, it was a good one. Boys were all on it. When you have those kind of drivers out there, you know, you play it smart. That's the way you want to go. I understand it. It's the game nowadays. Back in the day, it wasn't that way. That being said, you have to evolve and do what you have to do. I'm gonna try to keep it up on the straight tonight. I'm a little more mellow than I was last night. But passion, brother, that's what it's about.
You can't do it without it, right?
I can't. Nope. Too much Hilligan in me.
It's in the blood.
That's it, Bubs. And it is. It's part of it. I mean, it's either in your veins. You either live it or you don't. And, you know, same way with a lot of sports, you know, but this one just seems to be something else.
Yeah.